What's going on, guys? Cruiser here, back again to another video playing some Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. It's been a hell of a while, actually. I've been living abroad, I've been to Qatar, and I'm glad that I've gotten back to gaming for the time being, right? Because I'm planning on going back. Yeah, I actually, as soon as I got back to my hometown, my home country, I've decided to get this game, which is Assassin's Creed Blacklight Resync. Lovely game, by the way. This game has been released, I think, 12 to 13 years ago, as far as I remember. That was back in 2013, right? And I never really bothered getting it. Like, I did play Assassin's Creed 2, 3. I also played Syndicate after a while because Syndicate has been released after obviously Black Flag, but never really been interested to pirate games in general. And then for whatever reason, I decided to give it a shot. Right? I was like, hey, look, it's been a while now, and I'm kind of hungry of video games. I've been working my ass off for the past couple of months, and I was like, hey, look, I gotta get something to freaking eat, right? So yeah, that's it. So I got myself the launch edition of the game, which includes obviously the disc. Hallelujah for the discs. I mean, thank God, it's a disc version, even though half of the disc, half of the content is actually downloadable, which means you don't get the full access of the game. Like you know, as soon as you put a disc on your console, you have to download the other half of the game, which is kind of unfortunate. But still, whatever, right? So you get the Crimson Desert, not Crimson Desert, that's a game. Crimson, I think it's called Crimson. Let me go ahead and check. No, let me go back here. There you go. World. No, actually, it's inventory. There you go. Yeah, it's called. Look what it's called. It's called Blackbeard's Crimson Outfit. That's what it's called. Oh, it looks pretty badass. You know what? Let me just go ahead and put it back. There you go. So, actually, I got a few gameplays that I've recorded, but I never really, publicly published them. But yeah, this is like one of the outfits that you get from the pre-order bonus, right? And if you don't pre-order the game, if you just get the launch edition, you actually get this too. You also get the artwork, which looks pretty cool. It's pretty neat, and you get the map as well. It's like a map and a poster at the same time. It's like a double-sided, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it, really. You get a bunch of outfits. Oh, by the way, I beat the game. I actually did finish the game. So this is somewhat of a review, right? Because I've been playing ever since I got it for the past week now. These are all the outfits of the game. I think I'm missing a few. I don't know, but I've got maybe 95% of outfits. Maybe more. I don't know. But anyway, you know what? I don't know. Let me go. This looks pretty badass. There are a couple other outfits that I didn't really bother wearing, but I'll go with the Explorer one. Alright, let's just go with the Explorer one just for the time being. Alright, this looks pretty. It's actually one of the best ones, if you ask me. Yeah, so I'm actually playing on base PS5, and the game looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So this is a review, right? So I'm gonna basically tackle pretty much everything regarding the game while I'm playing. So yeah, yeah. Let me just hold on. Let me check my save file. System. There you go. Options. No, save. There you go. See, this is my latest save. 77 hours. So it's been like I've been geeking my ass off because summer holidays, and yeah, I just missed the PS5. Like that's the thing. So this is base PS5. I'm currently running the game on fidelity mode. The game has three modes: fidelity, balanced, and performance. I purposely put it back to fidelity because the fact that I'm recording on 4K, and I just want to keep the 4K resolution just for the sake of the video. That's why I can't use balance because I usually play with balanced. Balance basically is it does have an internal resolution of 1280p upscale to 4K with 40 FPS, which is not bad if you ask me. I mean, again, the game does have some, you know, issues regarding its technical aspect. I mean, it's got issues regarding the graphics in general. I mean, the game does look good, especially in fidelity mode, but it's not the best looking game on the PS5. Come on, guys. Like if you play Uncharted 4, God of War, heck, Spider-Man 2, those games look better, man. Even Ghost of Tsushima looks better. Let's just be honest. It's still a Ubisoft product. Ubisoft games are they have you know I mean, they're known for their good graphics, but they're not known for their great graphics. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like the game runs good, but it doesn't run perfectly good. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is my manner. You get it. I think when you, as you know, I think it's when you reach sequence 3, something like that. On a game, you get this little protection money box that gives you money per, like, I think you get like 1,000 reales every like 30 minutes or so, which is not bad. But then again, it's rather slow. The pacing of the game is not bad. I mean, come on, it's just an Assassin's Creed game that's been remade. I've actually played the original, but I never bought it. I actually got it for free, but I never really bothered like playing it and like completing it because I just didn't really. I'm not. I didn't used to like pirates. Like I'm not. I kind of. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I started playing Resynced, I got back to like liking or being interested, about pirates in general. I actually did watch a TV show called Black Sails, which was pretty good. That's regarding pirates. I mean, that's like, the golden age of piracy and stuff like that. It's got a lot of action and stuff like that. So it definitely, I guess I did it. I watched it to kind of hype myself out in order to, get this game and play it. And I'm not gonna lie, so far the game is good. I mean, I actually beat it, and I don't regret buying it. All right, but again, it's got its fair share of issues, right? So again, I'm just gonna walk around casually, sail and stuff like that. I'm not gonna show you anything interesting regarding the gameplay, but you can still have a little idea of what I'm talking about, basically, right? So let's start with the overall game, right? Because again, this is a remake, not a remaster. It's two different things, right? Now, I'm not here to explain the difference. I'm just here to talk about the game, right? So after more than 70 hours of playing time, I can confirm you that this game won't save Ubisoft, period. Alright? Ubisoft is infamous for, its fair share or their fair share of, issues in general, like their greed, their bad products, the freaking the way they treat their employees, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Ubisoft has been a shitty ass company for the past like 15 years or so, maybe less. Let's say 10. Okay, let's say 10 years or so. 10. Let's just go say 30 now. Maybe not 15. Come on. Ubisoft used to be one of the best, game developer companies, and then shit happened, and what happened, right? So a lot of people have been expecting Black Flag to kind of like revive Ubisoft and shit. I didn't expect them to do that, to be honest, even though the game itself is good. Okay, the game is not great. It's still a good game, but it's not great. All right. So let me go ahead and basically explain the deal, right? So this is my boat. It's actually a ship. It's not a boat, right? It's a ship. It's the Jackdaw, right? So this Anne Bunny and the other one, I forgot her name. I got like 4 or 5 officers, right? My Jackdaw was fully upgraded, by the way. There you go. So let's go ahead and sail. Let's just go ahead and sail. All right. So now that I beat the game, and I've actually beat most, if not all of, I'd say like 85% of like the side quests and stuff like that. Man, look, it's a good game, but it's got issues, right? I mean, let's start with the gameplay. Gameplay wise, this game is decent. but again, it's not really, out there yet. Like I like the fact that you can, you can parry. Okay, it's good. Whatever. Nobody really asked for it, but yeah, you can. You could also carry in the other games, but now you literally have to parry in order to avoid attacks. You can still dodge, but guess what? Unlike your enemies, you don't have a defense button, which is weird. So you literally have to either dodge or parry. You can't just hold down let's say the left bumper in order to defense. When you protect yourself, you can't do that shit. And guess what? Your foes do, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's a big issue, right? So anyway, you can still have some fair share of games. I mean, combat in general. Let's just see that. See how what's that? It's a scooter. Let's just attack this mofo. Now let's just attack him. All right. So yeah, it's that easy. Yeah, no, I'm playing on normal. It's just that I'm very overpowered for these type of boats. But I'll explain later. Let me just show you some gameplay. Oh fucking hell! I accidentally sunk it. All right, I wanted to board it, but yeah, whatever. Let's just attack another boat or a ship, I guess you could say. The jackdaw maneuverability is pretty decent. I remember back in AC3, it was obviously we used to have like a bigger ship, and the handling was very stiff. I don't like when it comes to stiffness, to be honest. I just don't like. I didn't like it back in AC3, to be honest. I felt like it was pretty rigid and slow as fuck. I just hate when it's slow. I hate it big time, right? So let me go ahead. All right, let me go ahead and there you go. Do this. Boom. All right, let's board this mofo. Before I board it, let me go ahead and use the swivel. So this up to reduce the enemy morale. That's what they call morale, whatever. All right, let me just back up. I just wanna attack these mofos. All right. So holy shit, I got shot. Sorry. This is the combat. Up, take down. There we go. I can't show you everything obviously because I'm just burning fucking shit, but you can get like a little glimpse if you haven't seen any gameplay footage as of now. Up, a little sweep, take down. You can also front kick them just like this. Up, another takedown, boom. Up, another kick, up, up. There you go. So yeah, I actually have that's what they call a sword gun. Basically a sword pistol. It's like a sword that has a pistol in it. It's pretty good because you can actually hold down the attack button in order to shoot the pistol. And guess what? The sword that I have doesn't consume any ammo, so it's pretty good for close range combat. So there's that too, right? So see, that's the thing. I just showed you a little glimpse of the combat. Obviously the combat is slightly deeper than that. You basically get this little. Well, I can't show you here. Yeah, I can actually. Well, I can just show you the fact that I can just fucking parry, but I can't hold down the parry button in order to, transform it into a defense button. I wish I could have it, but hey, whatever. In the original, back in the original, you could actually disarm your enemies and at the same time break their defenses. Or guess what? You can break their defenses without disarming it. You could do a lot of shit that you can't in this game, right? You could swap weapons. You could pick up weapons from the ground and obviously attack them using their weapons, their own weapons, just like in pretty much every AC game prior to Black Flag. Stuff like that, that's what really made the combat, I guess you could say, a little more fun. Because yes, this game, I'm not saying that its combat system is bad. It's definitely more technical. Is it more difficult? Kinda. But the game itself is definitely not difficult. It's rather easy, actually. So long as you get used to it, it's freaking easy, man. Like As soon as you start mastering it, you're gonna see that you're gonna basically kill all the enemies with the breeze. Really, it's that easy. Really, I mean, unless you really suck at playing games and action games and stuff like that. But the problem is, and again, I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Reddit, and it's an issue. Apparently, it's like a global issue where basically it impacts every platform. Mainly PS5 because I've seen a lot of people complaining. Some people are on Xbox also, stuff like that. But apparently, uh, the problem has input issues, and when I say apparently, I really mean it because I actually encountered those issues where basically sometimes, actually for the most part, when you get surrounded by a lot of enemies, when you click the button, let's say takedown button, it doesn't register. When you, especially when you try to parry, the game wants you to be super precise. It doesn't give you that small window of opportunity in order to fucking deal with this shit. It just doesn't give you that shit, which is insanely bad because guess what? Oh, there's another ship right here. Look. Let's just fucking attack it. See? The parry button doesn't always work. Same with dodge button. Some people try to play with the difficulty, try to lower it down just to see, not because the game is hard. The game is definitely not hard. I actually tried it myself, and guess what? Oh shit, another one right here. Guess what? It didn't work. It did not work. It's the same shit. It's not about the difficulty. It's about the coding of the game. That's bad. Period. Not to mention the other issues of the game, in your typical Ubisoft fashion, obviously, right? So there's that. Now, story-wise, the game is not. I mean, look, the plot is. Don't get me wrong. The plot is rather interesting, but not that interesting. Come on. I didn't feel like I wanted more. Yeah, I mean the characters are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, come on, we got Blackbeard, we got freaking James Kidd, Mary Reed, which is considered the same character, which is not true by the way. In real life, Mary Reed is obviously a real woman as opposed to James Kidd, as a real man. But anyway, it's not a question. Let me just. Oh shit! See, look, I'll let him attack me. Come on. Jump. I'm fucking pressing the fucking button. Look. Look. You got killed. Come on. Ah, come on, bro. There you go. Come on. Who do you think you are? I got my pistol here. Let me show you some pistols. Oh, there you go. Alright. That's my assault pistol. See? Got you. So, yeah, that's it. The game is obviously repetitive. It's repetitive as fuck. Just like every other Assassin's Creed game. But it's still a good game. Come on, it's the Caribbeans. It's the lovely sunshines of the Caribbeans. The freaking archipelago. You got Havana. You get Kingston. You got Nassau. The Bahamas. You got freaking Charlotte. You got Cap Buenavista. Look, I'll show you the map real quick. You got Jabara. You got Punta Guarico. Navassa, Serranilla, the map itself is pretty damn interesting. You got Florida too, by the way. You got like the north side of the map is Florida. You can't really access it. You just get these like small, very very small like islands. You got treasure hunts, which is pretty cool. You got a lot of shit in this game. You got obviously the contracts, the assassin contracts and stuff like that, which is pretty cool as well. Look, I got 56 out of percent. I got 8 remaining naval contacts or contracts, stuff like that. Can I just wanna go ahead and fast travel. Yeah, let's just go to Nassau. Yeah, I just want to go into Nassau because Nassau is like one of my favorite, even Havana, but Nassau is one of my favorite cities in the game. They're technically kind of like big villages. I mean, you get great in Inagua, which is your basically your own village. You got like your own manor and stuff like that. Just like the manor that you get in AC3. Man, what the fuck is Nassau? Where's Nassau? Holy smokes, I'm looking for Nassau, man. I haven't seen. Man, where's Nassau, man? Look, the legends. Yeah, that's it. Havana, Kingston, Principe, which is basically considered like kind of like in Africa, or I'm not actually Jamaica. Oh, there you go. That's Nassau. Let's go ahead and fast travel to Nassau. So again, lovely game. It's got its fair share of issues. Uh, I enjoyed playing it, honestly. It was kind of long. Again, it's a Ubisoft game, so again, it's no surprise. Like there's. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? You can also fast travel. You can basically pass the time if you want to. You can just do this, and boom, hold down the the D button from the D-pad. No, actually, no, it's the right button from the D-pad. My bad. There you go. Boom. Just like in The Witcher 3, you could do that too. Boom. There you go. You see the lovely graphics. This game has a broken HDR, by the way. It's a long story. It's got a broken HDR. Like you have to tweak it to your likings in order to make it look better. Because right off the bat, out of the box, the game definitely has a broken HDR that kind of alters the overall quality of the image. Unless you don't have an HDR screen, you won't notice it. But if you have a 4K TV, 120 with the VRR obviously and HDR, you're gonna get that issue. So I went with DTM instead of HGAG. I did the 4000 nit trick, and I used the FTDA from my gaming dashboard TV. You know, and I put it -10. You can see it here because I can't record it. It's like an internal shit. So yeah, it's an internal program. So basically, I can't just show it to you. But yeah, I actually put that, and this config is rather good because it definitely makes the game look better. You're not gonna do shit when it comes to the internal resolution. What I hate about the graphics, I mean the technical aspect of the game, at least on console, is the fact that they want you to keep ray tracing regardless of the mod you're using, which is bad because if you put it on performance, which is 60, all right, it's 1080p upscaled to 4K, and it looks like shit. It's so fucking blurry, at least on base PS5, and it's just a shame, man. Like the game just looks ugly, straight up. So that's why I use the balance mode. And again, you need to have a VRR TV that's capable to go up to like 120 hertz in order to get this option, which is again it's a 1280p as far as I remember, upscaled to 4K. And apparently the 1280p is also dynamic. So not only the resolution, the internal resolution is kind of low, but it's obviously upscaled. All right, I'm trying to nitpick here, I know, but still I gotta tell you the truth. Come on. So aside from that, you basically have to tweak your HDR in order to make the game look better because it's washed out like crazy, man. But once you tweak it to your likings, trust me, the HDR is definitely not that bad. I tried HDR, but HDR, it definitely gets rid of the kind of like the washed out aspect of the game, or the side, not aspects. You get that, especially when it comes to like the deep blacks and shit. But it doesn't pop as much. So that's why I went back to HDR and I tried to tweak it to my likings. You can't even disable HDR from the in-game menus, which is a shame, right? Anyway, so aside from the side quests, you get the naval contracts, you get the legendary ships that I would like to talk about later on, and you also get multiple side activities. You got harpooning, which is basically fishing but using harpoons to fish killer whales, sharks, humpback whales, freaking gray sharks, you name it. Bull sharks, stuff like that. So again, it's pretty interesting. And yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting. Now it's you can also deep dive to the ocean without necessarily using the shipwrecks. 'Cause apparently you can do that in the original, so you can do it, which is pretty cool. All right, you see this lovely view. This view looks pretty nice. Let's just be honest. So yeah, that's what you need to keep in mind. If you guys are playing on Xbox and you got like a Dolby Vision capable TV, you definitely have the chances are you get better picture quality because you know. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh man, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's get man! Let's go! Come on! How the fuck did you hit me, bro? What? So yeah, the enemies react. This is 30 FPS. This is why I'm kind of like. Dude, this fucking weapon, man. Ah, man. Oh, bad guys there. Come on. Come on, let's attack me. Woo! The finishers have been updated because ever since the last update, they actually added more finishers, which is cool. The stealth in this game, I mean, come on, the AI, they're definitely not. I'm just fucking hitting the button, bro. What the hell? There you go. What? Look, he literally unarmed himself. You see that? He constantly does that shit ever since the launch of the game. Motherfucker Edward, literally mid fight, he would just unarm himself. Normally if you hold down the left button from the D-pad, he would just basically sheath his weapons, right? His swords, right? Like up, sheath, unsheath. But sometimes he would fucking sheath actually sheath his weapons or his swords mid-fight. What the fuck is that? Nobody's talking about this shit. No, nobody's talking about this issue. This is a major issue, especially when it comes to combat. Like you got like multiple enemies, surrounding you mid-fight. Motherfucker's like, oh come on, as if he's like, hey, look, my bad. With his, both his hands, like my bad. I don't want to fight. Leave me alone. Like I'm giving up or something. Like what the fuck, dude? This shit needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like big time. You also get the, earlier I was talking about the side quests. You also get the that's what they call the what if missions. They're obviously side quests too. I haven't completed all of them. I've only done one or two so far. They're located in the map, and you gotta find them. I've actually played the first one. It's like, basically they replaced the present modern day, from the animus with these stupid side quests. They're straight up bad. I'm just saying. I played the first one. I didn't like it. I don't feel like playing the other ones. Maybe I'll do it sooner or later, but I don't feel like I'm gonna enjoy them. I've actually seen a couple footage on the internet regarding the other quests, and I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm not a fan. I'm just saying. I'm just not a fan. You basically get like a futuristic platform level, and you play as Edward. He's like kind of like a hologram Edward, and you basically do platforming, and that's pretty much it. And it's pretty long too. Those missions could last between 10 to like 20, if not more, minutes. And again, I understand why they put them there in order to kind of like compensate the fact that they. Oh, I can die here. Ooh. The fact that see, you can dive down here, you can see pretty nice view. You get, you know, some fish. You know, when you do the shipwrecks, it's more interesting because you get to literally deep dive deeper, way deeper, and you get to like find multiple, you know, hidden treasures, chests, hidden blueprints for your jackdaw and everything, which is again pretty interesting. Don't get me wrong, but then again, this game, again, it really made me feel like a pirate. You know, it's by far one of the best, if not the best pirate game out there, period. You know, like if you guys are into pirates, chances are you're gonna love this game. You know, chances are, especially if you love like naval battles and stuff like that, chances are you're gonna love this game, period. You know, especially if you like action adventure games like me. And now that I recall the fact that didn't bother playing the original back when it got released, I kind of regret it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can play it now, but I got the 360 version, which is pretty damn bad. Like, it definitely looks bad. Oh shit, man! Look, I can do this too. What the fuck, bro? Come on. Dude, I'm not familiar with this fucking sword. Boom, there you go. Again, my bad if you don't like 30 FPS, but I ain't got no choice. It's just for the recording, man. Yeah, it kind of sucks playing 30, and I got but the game still looks pretty good in fidelity mode. Like, you get that too. It's upscaled, I know, but whatever. Again, stop saying that this game is the best looking game on PS5. It's not. It's just not, bro. Like, come on. It's got a lot of, you know, the problem with this game is like, you'll see here in a bit, talking about naval combats and the difficulty in general. I mean, look, the game is rather easy, so you can just go ahead and play it. It's not hard. The problem is the timing sometimes with the dodge button and the parry button. Like, they want you to get it straight up right. Not like in the Dark Souls games or whatever, but still, I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't hate it. It's okay. The gameplay is decent, but I don't love it. You know, it's not as clunky as The Witcher 3. Remember The Witcher 3? Great game. Witcher 3 is a great game, but it definitely has a flawed gameplay. This gameplay right here from this game, which is obviously completely different, is still flawed, but it's not necessarily what I would qualify as clunky. It's kind of clunky if you compare it to the original, sure, because in the original it was just smoother. You could just freaking chain attack your enemies. You could do a lot of shit that you can't in this game. Like, every time you gotta attack, you gotta parry, attack, heavy attack. No, I got this thing because it's a sword, pistol sword, whatever they call it. That's why I'm shooting instead of heavy attacking. But you get it. You could, you know, use this, you know, the bumper in order to sweep. Actually, it's the trigger, but I just remapped my buttons. You could front kick, like I showed earlier. You got the dart, the rope dart, which is pretty interesting. Because I, as far as I remember, I don't think we had the rope dart in the original. I mean, we had like a grappling hook, but it's not like you used to do it during stealth missions in order to hang your enemies, but it's not as, you know, I guess you could say flexible as this one right here. That's the rope dart, right? You get the mini game, you know, the fleet thing, where you basically have to run a fleet, multiple fleets. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's lacking. Like, when you first start doing it, I gotta show you this shit. I definitely gotta show you this shit. Hold on, let me. I'm not gonna fast route. I'll just go put a marker in it. All right, I'm gonna show you the fleet system. Right, the fleet system is. I'll see you. So this is basically Nassau, which is one of the best looking cities in this game, and even in real life. I mean, come on, Nassau is the Bahamas. I mean, obviously, we're in the 18th century. It looks nothing like today's Nassau, but still, Like these guards. I want to do the fucking double detonation. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, if you play 30, obviously you gotta add some input lag because it's 30, but still, trust me, even if you play in performance, the input lag is still there, man. Like, you gotta trust me on that one. It's an internal issue regarding the game, and not the fact that it adds input lag because of your connection or your TV or whatever. Obviously, you get to customize your jackdaw. You can change the hull, the sails, the figurehead, everything really. The crew attire, which is interesting too. All right, let me go ahead and show you the cabin and what's inside. You get to get like obviously a pet, a monkey. Could be a monkey. Could be a cat. So far, I only got like 3 monkeys and a cat. So that's it. That's the cabin. You get access to the enemies. It's kind of like a shortcut access. It's not really shortcut considering you can actually access it from the menu, but whatever. You can pet the monkey. Let me go ahead and pet my monkey. There you go. You be good now. You'll be good. Alright, let's go. So I'll just show you how to customize the jackdaw. There you go. This figurehead, wheel, the crew. See, these are the sails that I've unlocked so far. Yeah, pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and talk about the fleet system. The fleet, alright, it's basically kind of like a passive income type of business in this game. Apparently in the original, back in the day when they released it, it wasn't, you know, internally part of the game. Like they made a whole mini game using a third-party app in order to do it. So you basically had to download an app, like a real-life app, in order to, you know, manage the whole fleet system shit. So I'll just go straight up. This is pretty interesting because you can make a lot of money without doing anything. You know, you basically get to do some naval combat, and then naval battles, whatever you want to call them, and then you gotta retrieve the ships that you get from fighting your enemies, from winning the fights, and then you can send them to your you get to unlock what's what they call berth, kind of like a slot basically, right? And now I got 7, right? I got schooners, I got brakes, I got frigate, man of war, you know, pretty much every single type of ships that you need when it comes to multiple missions. Alright, no, these are the missions. You got the check reports. I got 3, right? These are the missions I used. I launched earlier. See, piracy. 3 of them are piracy. Look, I got 35 wine, and that I forgot the name of the material. 13 spices, 10 cloth. I think that's cloth. 13 rum barrels, and 10 I think it's silver. So I gotta accept all, and then boom, they're gonna give me. So these are the total claimings. They can give me what I wanted, and then up next. So obviously you can salvage the ships. At first, I didn't understand what salvage means. I mean, I know the word salvage, you know, when you salvage something, but when you salvage your ships, you basically have to dismantle them and get, you know, some, you know, loot by doing that in order to free up some space. That's basically what salvage means in this particular scenario, right? Now you get to obviously repair your ships. See this one, La Gala, I could repair it for 300 reals, 12 gold, 8 silver, and 12 cloth. I think it's cloth. I don't know. I forgot this name. So let me go ahead and repair it real quick. Boom, there you go. It's gonna get repaired. It's gonna take a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Boom, there you go. So back to the mission tab. So this is basically your ground. So these are forts, right? And the sooner you start to get, I mean, the sooner you clear up, you know, the forts, the better you're gonna get the loot, which makes sense. But the problem is the forts in this game are fucking super hard, right? The first ones are definitely easy, but once you get to the mid side up to like south side of the map, they get super fucking hard. When I say hard, not necessarily the forwards, but the issue is the backup. When they get backup, they call backup. You gotta have to make sure to get attack. I mean, protect you from the attacks, and attack both of them. There are multiple ways to get away with it. You can, sometimes that's what I did with the hard ones, keeping the difficulty normal, obviously, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, my bad. I got to cut my mic. So thing is, it's interesting because you get to make money and you get to retrieve some materials that is important for the crafting. You don't really craft stuff; you just buy stuff. In this game, it's not an RPG, but let me explain. This one particularly, you have to, it's a scout mission. So if I send this, specific ship, uh, basically it's gonna kind of like restore a warehouse. It's a supply report, and as long as I do this shit, it's gonna take 15 minutes, and afterwards I have to head back to that specific area in order to retrieve that shit. But I have to re-clear the whole enemies. So every time you clear a warehouse, it takes some time for the enemies to like kind of like come back. It's actually part of the game. You can never clear up everything. Kind of like in Far Cry games where you clear up or clear out. Outposts. It doesn't really work like that in this game. It's completely different. See here, this specific port. Obviously, I cleared every post, so I get it gives you 1,000 reales. Not interesting. And you gotta trade. It's called trade. It's a trading type of mission, right? So I'm not gonna get just 1,000 reais just like that. I gotta trade them with 12 rum barrels. You get the gist of it. And there are missions that are more interesting. Sometimes you get that 9,000 reais stuff, and you basically have to send there. You get this one. It's interesting. See, 25 sugar in exchange for 4,500 reais. I could do it now, but I won't because I don't need the money. I'm kind of rich, so I'm good, right? So if I wanted to have like a more spice, I could just send some of my ships and see, say for instance the wine. I can do that. You can also sell your stuff to the general shop. You can sell everything. You can like the materials and everything. You can sell those, which is unfortunate, but still, making money in this game is very easy. It's just that it's kind of slow at first. It's very slow. I just wish it was a little faster, even with the your personal thing where your personal uh, what you call that? Not a treasure. It's what you call that? Um, Freaking chest or whatever they call it. The money that you make. That's what I call protective money. Whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Naval combat is very interesting compared to the AC3. Even the original one didn't have the depth that this one has. But the problem is, you know, again, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I finished the game and I like the game, this game, I still I'm still not big when it comes to naval combat. Just saying. Like, yeah, it's interesting. It's very, very good. It looks gorgeous, especially during nighttime, night combats with the fog and shit, the storms. The weather system is very well made in this game, despite having a storm pretty much every time, which is sometimes very annoying. I'm not gonna lie, because come on, too much storm kind of kills that stuff. But anyway. Naval combat in this game is very good, but it's got flaws too. Obviously, sometimes when you're trying to churn, it takes a while. Sometimes it's a fucking ship. Don't expect it to churn as if it was a freaking jet or something. You know what I'm saying? But you also get the naval, that's what they call the legendary ships. These are specific naval combats. They're the same, but basically these are like true bosses. You get some of them during the storyline, but these are completely OP. All right, so these are completely broken in the most the wrong way, the wrongest ways. I don't know if they can say that, but yeah, these are super fucking tough, man. And I don't remember that back in the original they were that hard. Again, I didn't finish the original, but I know for a fact that these are completely OP. I checked it on the internet. I actually beat one of them. There are 4 or 5 in total. I actually got the La Dama Negra. I think that's the name of the ship. And that shit was tough, man. It was tough as fuck. Even though I fully upgraded my Jackdaw, you basically get hit. These are the officers, by the way. They give you like specific guns, like this one gives you the brace ability. It makes you able to enhance it. This one gives you the mortars, and this one gives you the alternate mortar, stuff like that. Now this one gives you the RAM. I don't know. One of these gives you the RAM, but anyway, pretty interesting because in the original you didn't get the officers, right? It was completely different. But then again, these are, you know, the bosses, especially from the naval, the legendary, you know, ships. This is, you know, what I call uh, a artificial difficulty. You know what I mean by that is the difficulty is there, but they're cheating straight up. The fucking manual does like a 180 in the middle of the fight, like in the middle of releasing fucking front cannons. The motherfucker does it in a matter of a second. Like you can't as a jackdaw being super way smaller, way lighter, you can't do it, but they can do it. So don't talk about the fucking skill issues or whatever. It's not that. It's just straight up, you know, bad coding again. It's part of the coding. I don't think it's a bug though. I don't think it's like a coding issue. It's just the fact that when they made the game, they made so the AI is so fucking dumb when it comes to stealth, but when it comes to specific missions, especially the legendary ship ones, naval combats regarding those legendary ships, they're just fucking broken. They need to fix that shit for real. Like, yeah, sure, I like myself some difficulty, but not to the point where I feel like I'm getting fucking destroyed, and I'm doing my absolute best to pull through. Ain't no way. You know what I mean? Ain't no fucking way. It's just straight up unfair, and it makes the game super fucking annoying, and it just makes the player frustrated. And you don't like that. You're not gonna like the fact that you're gonna get frustrated because of some stupid fucking OP ship. You don't get that. So again, it's a bumped up difficulty. Some games do that, but some other games don't. Remember those queens? I forgot their name in God of War Ragnarok, even in the 2018. Like, sure, if you want to spice up the game, I'm down for it, but don't make it to the point where it's just almost impossible, man. And they're super long, man. Those combats are long as fuck. So the fact that they coded them like that, they developed them like that, says it all, man. So overall, I'd give this game a good 7.5 out of 10. Okay, which is a decent rating if you ask me. It does not deserve a fucking 9, man. Some people gave it an 8. I understand. It's okay. It's a pretty good one. But honestly, I loved playing this game. It's actually, you know, one of those games that kind of marked me, despite not being a huge fan of the overall plot. You know, the Templar assassins, whatever. You already know. But overall, yeah, AC3's plot was way more interesting if you ask me. I'm just saying, but yeah. Overall, it's a worth it type of game. You gotta get your hands on this game and play it ASAP because it's a good game overall. It's not a great game. It's not a masterpiece, but it's still a relatively good game that's worth the shot. So anyway, thank you guys for watching once again. My bad if I didn't like show you more specific gameplay and stuff like that. It's a raw footage. You already know how it is in here. You already know how it is up in here. You know, I just do my shit and that's it. Am I planning on making other Assassin's Creed videos? Sure, once I have the time. I geeked out like crazy, but I'm still busy though. So there's that. So again, thank you guys for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.